Hi everyone and welcome back to Classic Gamer 74. I am Anthony Gamer and I'm Larry the Lion. Today we're going to discuss games based on the rock band Kiss. Kiss is undoubtedly one of the greatest rock and roll bands of all time for many reasons. It's hard to say if it's because of the music, probably that. Also, their great stage performances, their sold out shows that have broke many records once held by the Beatles, or the overall presence that they perform. The four founding members of the band, Gene Simmons, Paul Stanley, Peter Criss, and Ace Frehley, are each great individual artists on their own, as they have shown by their output of music within and outside of Kiss. As a matter of fact, other bands are trying to keep up with them, and nobody even comes close.
Got a question.
Sure.
Why didn't they make video games back in the day? Kiss, they're perfect for video games. Look at them, listen to them.
Well, that's true. What you got to remember, though, is around the time when video games started to become popular, Kiss was in a sort of turmoil. At that time, in the early 80s, late 70s, early 80s, both Peter Criss and Ace Frehley were on their way out of the band, and within a few years, they would actually take off the makeup. Now, they did have a really cool pinball machine that was released in the late 70s. I'd love to get it. Honestly, I played it a couple times, but I would love to have my own. And it wouldn't be until the reunion tour in the mid-90s, when all four original members got back together, that they would put out their own video games. So, some of the games we're going to discuss today were hacks made by fans, and then a few that were released under the authorization of the band. So without further ado, let's get into it. Are you ready?
Oh yeah, I'm ready.
Alright then, so let's get started.
And our first game for today is Kiss, Circus, The Nightmare Child. This was released in the year 2000, developed by Third Law Interactive and published by Gathering of Developers. It is a first-person shooter game that is based on Todd McFarlane's Kiss Circus series of comic books. Now, in this game, you actually don't play Kiss. You play a Kiss tribute band who are bestowed with Kiss's powers. Apparently, there's some evil monster that's about to be born that is going to destroy the entire universe, and using the power of Kiss, this band has been tasked with stopping this evil from coming forth. Now, there are a lot of Kiss references in the game. For instance, some of the enemies that you fight are called Strutter. You power up with black diamonds, and some of the main villains are people from the comic series. Also, Kiss music and different types of artwork are spread throughout the game. So, if you're a big Kiss fan, or you just like totally gory and bloody and violent first-person shooter games, this is definitely one to check out. Also, if you can't get it to work on your computer, and I have been able to get it to work on Windows 10 with a few adjustments, they did put the game out for Dreamcast as well. I am not sure how readily available it is, because Dreamcast games have become extremely expensive within the last couple years, but either way, you've got to check this game out.
We're gonna rock you tonight.
And next up, from 2001, we have Kiss Pinball. This was created for Windows, iOS, and for PlayStation 1. It was released by Gathering of Developers Incorporated and developed by Wildfire Studios Limited. Now, this is pretty much exactly what it sounds like. You are playing a Kiss-themed pinball machine. Really a fun and exciting game, and I'll tell you, as a ventrilo, I am a pinball junkie, so there have been many hours I have spent playing this game and just loving it. Now, you have two variations of pinball machines to play on. What you're looking at right here is variation number 1. And here is variation number 2. One of the cool things about this game is it is pretty much readily available, inexpensively, I might add, for all three of those formats. That's correct. I actually saw it for sale on eBay for like $2 still in the package. So if you missed out on this game somehow, for some reason, you can get it inexpensively and give it a try. Or if you had it years ago and like to play it again, by all means. Let us know what you thought of this game in the comments section below, and I'd like to hear what you have to say and see if you guys much fun and enjoyment out of it as I did. And if you haven't played it yet, and you do play it after you see this video, I'd really like to hear then what you think of it as it compares to like other pinball games. And now let's get into the hacks or fan-made games. And the first one is called Kiss My Atari. Now, what you're looking at here is a mock-up box that I myself created. There is no long-lost Kiss game prototype floating around out there, so I'm just letting you guys know that right now because I don't want to cause a panic. What makes you think you'd cause a panic? Well, sometimes when mock-up boxes get released out there, some collectors tend to lose their minds and start scouring the internet and places for, the prototype game that this advertises. However, I assure you that you can get the template for an Atari box anywhere online and make your own. I was just trying to make one for the guy that made the hack. So let's take a look at that hack. Okay, so as you can see, this is a hack of Journey Escape, which is a perfect game to hack for a particular rock and roll band that you would like to see have their own game. I did it myself for the New Monkeys, and I'm sure there have been other people that have done it since and will continue to do it. Now, if you're one of the few people out there that have never played Journey Escape, I'll kind of explain this to you. You're trying to get the band members to their vehicle of some kind. Now, in Journey Escape, it was a spaceship. And so, if you hack this game, you can make adjustments to the sprites to try to fit whatever particular band that you're trying to make this game for. As you can see, the programmer of this game, and honestly I don't know who it is. They didn't put their name in it, so I'm not sure. If any of you know who the person is that hacked this game is, let me know, or if you are that person, please let me know. And you're trying to get past the fans and evil record guys, and if you run into the manager or security, you're able to run past them, run past the fans and stuff. Basically just to get to each band member at the end to the ship and get them out of there. So, pretty fun game. It's really unfortunate though that even though it was the Journey Escape would be the first video game about a rock band, it is too bad though that it didn't sell extremely well, which was kind of a shock and actually caused the company Data East to go out of business. But if you would like to make a hack of your particular favorite band, this is the perfect game to do it with. And finally, we come to the NES hacks. Now, here is a series of NES hacks called Kiss Goes Golfing. Now, each of these hacks features one of the four members of the band Kiss, as he has hacked the game NES Golf. This gentleman named Grimlock. And the first one you're looking at here is Peter Criss. And this here is Ace Frehley, as he is teeing off here. And here we watch Gene tee off. Yeah, one thing I was thinking about, what you said earlier about other bands trying to keep up with Kiss. Yeah. Well, it's funny how Kiss was the first band to use pyrotechnics and lights and lasers and explosions and all that kind of good stuff, and other bands have done it since, but nobody like Kiss. The thing I find really funny is when you have bands that are kind of, I hope this doesn't offend anyone, and I don't care, but wussy music. not rock music, in other words. And they try to use the pyrotechnics. They try to have the explosions in a excuse me, really big stage show. Yeah, you got a point. I mean, you look at the Super Bowl for the last few years, and you got a bunch of people who aren't even on the level of Kiss musically anyway, and they're trying to do an elaborate stage show, and it doesn't change the fact that the music is still wussy and sucks. Yep. So. And finally, we have Paul Stanley. I wanted to ask you, is there any change to the game? No, you still have the same basic NES golf game. The only change is to the character sprites. You still have stroke or match play and all that good stuff. So, really a great idea. I give Grimlock a great big thumbs up on this. Nice job. Who would have thunk it, I got one question. What's that? Where'd you find it? I don't exactly remember. I think I put in NES hacks and it just kind of popped up somewhere. I'm not exactly sure. There are several sites dedicated to NES hacks. You can find them online. There's some other really cool ones too I've seen that they've done for Bionic Commando and a couple other great games. So yeah, it looks like hacks aren't limited to the Atari games.
So, do you know of any other rock bands or music artists that have not yet had video games based on them that you think would make great games? Let us know about it in the comments section below. I'd really love to hear what you have to say.
In our next episode, we will discuss VCR games.
Well, that brings us to the end of another video of Classic Gamer 74. I really hope you all enjoyed it and found it entertaining as well as informative. If you did, give us a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Don't forget to click that little bell icon down there so you'll be notified when we upload new episodes. And leave us some comments and feedback in the comment section below or on several of my social media platforms. Well, until next time, I am Anthony Gamer.
And I'm Larry the Lion.
And we will see you all in the next episode. Until that time, be strong, be safe, be happy, be healthy, and above all, take care of each other, be kind to each other, stop hate of all kinds. See you guys soon. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Sir Ram, Sir